project, we actually had some contact together, the Argentinian musicians and the Germans, because I was a member of Ensemble Modern in Frankfurt, and that's where I got to know Sebastian Gramss, Rudi Mahall and Etienne Nillesen. They came as Fossile Drei to do a project, a cooperation project with Ensemble Modern. And so I got to know the guys, and then we started to develop this idea of doing a cooperation with, in Argentina. And since then I moved back to Argentina. I got to know this very, very exciting jazz scene here. And we found this concept of joining a trio of Argentinians with a trio of Germany. That's how Martin de Lassaletta and Ernesto Jodos and me became involved in the project.
Hey, Rudi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Are we ready to that now?
Yeah, okay.
Ich versuche jetzt runter
Well, if 6 musicians gather in a room and they partly don't know each other, there might be somebody saying, the question is now, what are we going to do? And that's kind of the title. We come together and the question is, what are we doing and what answers do we find to what is our common ground, what is our music in terms of the Argentinian, the German perspective, the common language of jazz and improvisation.
The rehearsal process was very special for me. It was 3 days of kind of a community playing together and eating together and talking about music and going through the music and getting to know each other. So 3 intensive days that were really real fun. I think it was really important for the band. Not only for the music of the band, but for the human aspect of the band.
After we had a few days of rehearsal in Buenos Aires and we figured out what's the program, what pieces we're going to play, how we arrange the music, and then we had this, after we had the first night of a purely improvised music, before rehearsing, after the rehearsing we had the 4 gigs in a row in Buenos Aires, in the greater area of Buenos Aires.
We had really beautiful gigs in Mar del Plata. Our concert in the auditorium theater was a really amazing experience. For that city was really a success because it was plenty full, the room, and the music was amazing and the vibe with the audience was incredible. So it's like I don't know, like an important thing for the city. We don't used to have that kind of music or that kind of artists in the city, so it was really important for our scene in Mar del Plata. And now we are in Sandil, that is a really beautiful city, and it's so special for that place to have that type of music and that level of musicians making art here.
By 4 of the 6 members of the band, Sebastian, Martin, Valentin and myself. And it's very interesting how we got to get inside each other's music and put something of ourselves in it and something of the band in it and still keep the difference. My composition especially was not written for this band, it was written some months ago, and I had no idea what was going to happen with this band and this instrumentation, so we worked on it and it came out different from what I had in mind or from the ways I played it before, and actually every time we play it is very different, and I feel that everybody puts something special.
We've changed these pieces very much. We've just basically used them as a kind of sketch material to develop something very collective, a very collective thing. And what I found fascinating about the process is that we've been trying to find each other, to get to know each other throughout this process. And there's been quite a few misunderstandings along the way. Understands and misunderstands. We try to find a common language. And we've always had this spirit of adventure and risk throughout the whole process. So basically everyone in this group has felt free to break the form, the structure of the music that was provided originally by the composer, so that the music can take a very lively and theatrical attitude on stage.
Every member of this sextet contributed some ideas. Some would bring a melody, some would bring half an arrangement, some would bring a new piece, some would bring an older idea that we refreshed and reorganized, rearranged for this group. And for me it made perfectly sense to have this exchange situation on the same level. It doesn't matter who gives the idea, we as a group find a way how we do it together now.
I brought that music here, and the guys make something completely new, something completely fresh. That's the idea with that type of music. Maybe you have one idea and then you bring to the rehearsal and it transforms in something new that is incredible.
We had a workshop in Mar del Plata, and it was with dancers and musicians, and it went great, I think. Very high level from dancers and musicians there, meaning musicians immediately understood how to work with dancers, and dancers felt very comfortable working with musicians in a way that the dialogue between those two was on the same level. So not the musicians played something and the dancers danced to that, but immediately there was like a communication on an equal level, which I think was very interesting. And we just started working with them, and I mean Sebastian Gramss and me, working with them on how to continue and how to go deeper into the matter.
The workshop I did was at the first day in Mar del Plata. Some guys asked something about free improvisation, or I tried to explain some things I think they are important.
Every night, I think there were jam sessions, and organized by the festival in Mar del Plata, and it's been a long time since I played jam sessions like that, like the normal jazz standards, and but in this case, I don't know, the whole feeling and the vibe of this festival is so great that we went to the session with all of us.
somehow it was the highlight of my journey was the jam sessions. What was really nice that so many good musicians played.
So far in this project has been that there's been some interesting collaborations, I think especially in Mar del Plata, which have led to possible future collaborations. I think the German musicians have made quite a big impact, I think, in Mar del Plata, because they've appeared in the jam sessions, they've appeared in workshops, in different groupings with local musicians, not just inside the group, the questions now. So this has created a lot of exchange between the people and lots of ideas to keep on developing projects for the future. So actually we're very happy. We think this is what we wanted, to create this kind of excitement in the town, so to say, where lots of ideas start sparkling and lots of possible cooperations and productions can take place in the future.